here's everything in the new build mode update that just dropped. Another build mode update has just dropped, and it introduces some new interesting things with some new secrets. For example, did you know that this new gold bars decoration actually glows? If you look really carefully, you see that when I move it around here, it actually gives off a light source. You can have that glowing gold directly in your map. It's really nice. Also, you can recolor and retexture these gold bars. So for example, I can paint them red, but they will keep the yellow glowing outline. So make sure you do keep that in mind. Or for example, if I change it to the color blue, I can also change the texture as well. So I can change it to a granite color just like that. Now I guess if you angle them like this, then you can't scale them, by the way. But maybe if you move them upwards like this, you can have this really interesting looking pattern. They also give off a shadow, but that might end up getting removed as well. The next new decoration is the bunk bed. Dude, I have seen too many people try to make their own bunk beds by stacking these up here and then having some blocks on the side. You don't need to do that anymore. Look, you just got a regular standard military bunk bed from the actual chapter itself. Right here. And just like the other decorations, you can recolor and retexture it, but it'll also mainly affect the bed sheets themselves that will actually change color. The next new decoration is the hockey table little mini game arcade thing. Well, from the mall chapter, specifically inside of the arcade. This is what it looks like right here. It's pretty nice and standard. Maybe if you want to have like a little, have this for your own arcades. Maybe if you're making like FNAF and you want to have this in here. Or maybe if you want to have a standard house with a nice hockey table, you can include that. Now, keep in mind that if you do try to recolor, it will not work. This decoration is not able to be recolored or retextured. But we do have a brand new light source, and that's the lights from the mansion lights. You can see that they're really elegant looking. You can put them directly up on the wall like this. They give off a pretty decently sized light source as well. And hold on a second, are these lights linkable? Let's go ahead and find out. So if you click, yes, you can. So if you link up any link to these, you'll be able to turn them on and off. So we've started up the game and we're over here right now. So this is actually what the lights look like when they're unpowered. You can see we got our button here, doesn't give off any light source. And of course, once we activate our button that's linked to it, it'll power on. It looks really nice. I really recommend these, not just for mansion maps, but for also just any kind of general elegant looking house. Another new thing from the mall chapter is the brand new ATM event. As you can see, it's the ATM from the mall chapter basically. So it works very similar. Inside of this bottom little tray here is going to be an item. Now, how do we determine what item's in here? Well, if you go over into the settings menu, you can actually choose it. You can choose from any singular item that you want. For me, we're gonna go ahead and include, maybe how about we get the apple inside of there. So we're gonna hit confirm, and that also means that with a new event comes a brand new item. And if we go down here, we got ourselves the crowbar. It's another brand new item in the game. Having a new item like this is a big deal because not only is it great for this ATM event, but that means you can also use it with these item use triggers. In other words, you can use this item to create your very own events. So we've started up the game here. We got an apple inside there that we gotta break out. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our brand new crowbar item. This is what it looks like here. And when we go and use it up here, it opens it directly up, and look at that. We can get our brand new item. It's just really nice, and even if you don't want to use it as an event, it looks like a really nice decoration too. Here's another new feature in the update. It's something I've been asking Epic Tank for a while now. Prompt triggers are now powerful. But wait, what does that mean? Well, normally whenever you place down a prompt trigger, you can connect it to something, and if someone clicks on the prompt, it activates. You know that part already. But in this new update, prompt triggers themselves are now powerful. But wait, why? When you place down a regular prompt trigger without it being powerful, when you go to start the game, this prompt will always be visible, no matter what. As you can see, it doesn't matter how many times I press it, no matter what, it's always going to stay visible and pressable. And this power source is turned off. This prompt trigger is... and this power source is disabled. As you can see, this link hub is turned off. Wait a minute, where did my prompt go? It's completely invisible and it's completely unpressable. That is, until I turn on the power source. When I turn it on, the prompt will be here. So now you can set this up in your maps where only if you want a certain prompt to appear, you can have it be powerful instead. But if you don't want it to appear just yet for players, you can simply have it linked and disabled, and it'll be completely gone. It's like enabling and disabling your own prompt for players. So maybe you're building a Five Nights at Freddy's map and you have your camera system here, but power goes out. What if you want people to stop using the cameras? Well, when the power goes out, you can simply set this to have the camera be disabled. Same with the doors as well. Additionally, there was a new fix that now makes it so that, remember these mounted lights? Remember how they weren't powerable before? Well, now they are. You just simply link it up and it works now. So this is what the light looks like when it's off, and then now if we go and hit the lever, it turns directly on. The Link tutorial map just got a brand new update. So now if we fly all the way over, we can see that there's some brand new updates, including the smoke block. It teaches you how the target blocks work. It teaches you how the chat prompt trigger works. Basically, all of the brand new links, this will teach you exactly how they work easily. Except for decal and texture blocks though. Those have been excluded because you must have been playing Piggy for at least 1 year if you want to unlock those blocks. But if you want to learn how to use decal and texture blocks, I got a guide video on my channel. I was actually the one who updated the rest of the linking tutorial, so if you want to learn how to use these new links easily, go load in this map. But it also teaches you some more complex stuff, like for example, the new counter gate and its other counterparts as well, no pun intended. The first new gate is basically just the counter gate. This one's very simple. All it does is hold a number inside of it. So you go in the settings and you set the starting number to be something like 3, and if you connect it to a digital display set to counter, it'll show the number 3. It's that simple. It just stores a number inside of it. The second new gate is the operation gate. You can simply use it to add or subtract whatever number is inside the counter. So for example, the counter starting number is currently at 0, and I have this operation gate set to a number of 1, and I have it set to add. So it's gonna add 1. So all we gotta do is press the button. Look at that. It just adds 1 to this counter. 2, 3. You basically get the idea. We can also set this gate to subtract 1, or maybe we can set it to 2 to be subtract 2. The final new gate is the counter if gate. This is basically the equal sign of these gates. So if we go in this gate settings and set it to equal to and 5, it will only power on when the counter is equal to 5. As you can see right now, this counter is linked directly into this counter if gate here, and it's only going to power on this door when it reads that this counter is equal to 5. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep adding 1 using our operation gate, 3, 4, and then once it reaches 5, boom, there it is. I even made a new video showing you how to make a working voting system for your maps. Video's on my channel if you want to see it. Also, here's something really cool from the last update I forgot to mention. Wait, how did I just teleport across? Instead of sitting there and having to fly all the way over super slowly, if you're on PC and you look somewhere and you press F, you'll immediately teleport to that spot. No more having to sit there and fly all the way over to places. You can get to somewhere instantaneously. But that is everything inside of the brand new update. I'm definitely going to be doing a stream, doing some myth busting, checking out all kinds of new things having to do with maybe some more secrets that are inside of here. So definitely check that out. If you want to learn how to use decals and texture blocks, by the way, once again, the video guide is on my channel. I had access to these blocks for like 6 months early. So if you want to go see all of the stuff that I learned and some good stuff to avoid when building with decals, definitely go check that video out. Other than that, I cover Piggy update content and build mode tech as well. So if you want to see more stuff like this on your feed, make sure you subscribe.